Hello again, and welcome to another episode of Merkon's Musings Star Wars Action Figure Review. And today we're looking at none other than Princess Leia Bespin outfit. So this figure was in the first Kenner wave in 1980 for The Empire Strikes Back, and this will be the 9th episode of the first wave of the original Kenner action figure line. So today we're looking at this really interesting action figure. Not very exciting, but nevertheless one of the original ones that came out for Kenner in 1980, and Princess Leia's Bespin outfit or Bespin gown is actually not a bad looking figure. It has a few variations and such, so we'll get into that when I do the history. So not long after their escape from Hoth, Leia, Han, Chewbacca, and C-3PO went to Cloud City. With the Millennium Falcon in need of repairs, Han sought refuge with his old friend Lando Calrissian. Soon after they landed on platform 327, Cloud City officials came to greet them, but the group didn't know that Boba Fett had followed them and alerted the Empire of their whereabouts. Lando invites Han, Leia, and Chewbacca for refreshments, only to find that Darth Vader and his stormtroopers had set a trap for them there. So let's take a look at this action figure. As you can see, there are two in front of you, but there are two other versions of the action figure I'm going to review. And I'll start with the timeline. So this first action figure is the 1980 Kenner Princess Leia, and this one had two variants to it as far as the figure itself. It has the crew neck and the turtleneck version. So this is considered the crew neck version. The turtleneck version would have the brown paint going up to her, right below her chin. Well, you see where the flesh color is here on her neck. That would be all brown paint, matching to her outfit. This version is actually more screen accurate than the other version. This, I think, is the better version, but I think the crew neck version is a little bit more rare. Once again, getting too much into variations, but there's also a variation on the Bespin Leia card for this action figure. You see the card there. There's a second card, different image on it. I wish they would make them both released on the vintage collection with different cards. I love the cards. That's my favorite thing about these action figures, the older ones. It just gives me such really good memories of a time, long ago. So this figure is the regular standard Kenner articulation. It's got, 5 points of articulation. It's got 2 legs, 2 arms, and the head. It's a very standard Kenner articulation. What's really cool about this figure is the vinyl cape. It has got a really cool design to it. Much like these vinyl capes would just be one color, this one's got a really cool design on the back of it. And the cape top, the neck part, or which you'd see, is not like a circle. It is more of a geometric shape like that. So yeah, this is kind of neat as far as vinyl capes go. This character is pretty interesting for herself. So that's the version from Kenner from 1980. Then the Power of the Force had a Princess Leia. She came in a Princess Leia collection, which was terrible, a 2-pack. It had her and Bespin Han Solo, and that came out in 1997. And then the Star Wars original trilogy in 2004 had their own version of this action figure, which wasn't very good. It had very minimal articulation. It had 5 points of articulation, just like the original Kenner action figure from 1980. So in 2012, Hasbro released an exclusive multi-pack at San Diego Comic-Con. The Carbon Freeze Chamber set included 7 individual carded figures, with 6 of them being carded on a canceled packaging design from the 1970s, which Kenner had originally considered for using as the original Star Wars action figure card packaging. Because of this canceled design, they called this line the Lost Line. Those 6 figures, all but Jar Jar Binks and Carbonite, were sold on the special packaging. Let's take a look at this action figure. This is the Princess Leia Bespin outfit, VC-111, and this action figure is actually really nice. The head sculpt is pretty good. It kind of looks like Carrie Fisher, and if you look at the hairstyle, they got it perfectly, just like she had in this brief scene in The Empire Strikes Back. It's got loads of articulation. It's got insert joints on the arms and on the legs. And it's got a waist articulation, and she's wearing a soft goods skirt, which looks really great. It works with the beautiful cape she's got on, which has the similar design as we saw in the one from Kenner in 1980. This is a really great action figure. My only concern is I know they want to give these characters or these action figures weapons, but she never carried a blaster, especially an E11 Stormtrooper blaster. When she does get the E11, she's in the what's called the Princess Leia Bespin escape outfit, which is her old Hoth outfit without the vest. So yeah, I mean, this is a great figure. Once again, I guess they wanted to give it a weapon so that kids could play with it and have her, shoot stormtroopers. I don't know, but even the original Kenner one, they gave her a Princess Leia blaster. So I get it, but it really wasn't screen accurate having her with the blaster, but it's still a great action figure. This is definitely the definitive version of this character. I don't see them redoing it or making a different one. There's no need to. This is perfect. So with that said, thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe and be ready for another episode soon. Thank you.